Welcome to our deep dive into one of Baba Vanga's most chilling predictions: solar storms that could cripple modern civilization. Could a massive solar flare wipe out power grids, disrupt technology, and send us back to the Dark Ages? Today, we'll explore the science, history, and shocking potential consequences of this prophecy. Stay with us as we uncover the truth. A solar storm, also known as a geomagnetic storm, occurs when the sun releases a massive burst of energy in the form of solar flares or coronal mass ejections (CMES). These charged particles travel through space and, when they collide with Earth's magnetic field, can disrupt satellites, power grids, and communication networks. Solar storms are classified into different levels of severity. Minor storms may cause slight disruptions in radio signals and satellite communications. Moderate storms can interfere with GPS and high-frequency radio waves. Severe storms have the potential to damage power grids, knock out communication networks, and disrupt airline and maritime navigation. The most powerful recorded geomagnetic storm, known as the Carrington event of 1859, caused telegraph systems across Europe and North America to fail. If a similar event were to occur today, the damage could be far greater due to our dependence on electricity and digital infrastructure. Baba Vanga's warning about a catastrophic solar storm aligns with growing concerns among scientists and space agencies. She allegedly foresaw that a solar storm would strike Earth, leading to massive blackouts, technological failures, and chaos. The event, according to her prophecy, would be unlike anything humanity has experienced before, potentially setting civilization back by decades. While Baba Vanga did not provide an exact date for this disaster, some believe that her prediction could manifest in the near future. With increased solar activity expected in the coming years due to the sun's natural 11-year cycle, scientists are paying closer attention to the risks associated with extreme space weather. While Baba Vanga's prophecies are based on mystical visions rather than scientific research, experts agree that the possibility of a devastating solar storm is very real. NASA, NOAA National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and ESA European Space Agency actively monitor solar activity to detect potential threats. Scientists have observed that the sun is becoming more active as it enters solar cycle 25. Which began in 2020 and is expected to peak between 2024 and 2025. During this period, the likelihood of powerful solar storms increases. The Carrington event of 1859 and a similar geomagnetic storm in 1921 serve as reminders that extreme solar activity has the potential to disrupt society. Unlike in the 19th and early 20th centuries, today's civilization is highly reliant on electricity, internet infrastructure, and satellite communications. A solar storm of similar magnitude today could cause a global technological catastrophe. If Baba Vanga's solar storm prophecy comes true, the effects could be devastating on multiple levels. Here are some of the most significant consequences. One of the greatest threats posed by a solar storm is the failure of electrical grids. A massive geomagnetic storm could induce currents in power lines, overloading transformers and causing widespread blackouts. In 1989, a moderate solar storm caused a 9-hour blackout in Quebec, Canada, affecting millions of people. A stronger storm could knock out power for months or even years in some areas. Modern communication networks, including radio signals, GPS, and satellite communications, are vulnerable to solar activity. A strong solar storm could disable satellites, leading to loss of internet and cell phone services. Disrupt aviation and maritime navigation, endangering flights and shipping routes. Interfere with emergency communication networks, making disaster response efforts more challenging. A prolonged blackout caused by a solar storm would have severe economic repercussions. Financial transactions, stock markets, and banking systems rely on digital infrastructure, which could be rendered inoperable. A global economic meltdown could follow, leading to job losses, food shortages, and widespread financial crises. Without electricity, public transportation, fuel distribution, and supply chains would be severely affected. Supermarkets, gas stations, and hospitals rely on electrical power to function. If supply chains collapse, essential goods such as food and medicine could become scarce. A sudden loss of power and communication could trigger panic, looting, and mass migrations. Cities could descend into chaos as people struggle to access food, water, and medical supplies. Governments would likely impose emergency measures to restore order, but the scale of the disaster could overwhelm even the most prepared nations. While solar storms cannot be prevented, scientists and governments can take proactive steps to minimize their impact on modern infrastructure. Space agencies like NASA and NOAA constantly monitor solar activity using advanced satellites, such as the Solar and Heliospheric Observatory SOHO and the Deep Space Climate Observatory DSCOVR. These systems provide crucial early warnings, allowing power grids and satellite operators to take protective measures before a solar storm reaches Earth. Geomagnetic storms can induce powerful currents in electrical grids, leading to blackouts and equipment damage. Utilities can mitigate these risks by installing surge suppressors, geomagnetically induced current jick-resistant transformers, and automated shutdown mechanisms that protect critical components. Satellites are highly vulnerable to radiation and electromagnetic interference from solar storms. Engineers are developing radiation-hardened electronics, improved shielding, and autonomous systems that allow satellites to temporarily shut down or switch to safe modes during severe space weather events. Governments, businesses, and critical infrastructure operators are encouraged to invest in redundant power sources, such as battery backups and diesel generators. Additionally, contingency plans should be in place to ensure essential services, like hospitals, emergency response centers, and communication networks, can function during prolonged power outages. Educating the public about solar storm risks is essential. People should be encouraged to store emergency supplies, including food, water, flashlights, and portable power banks. Alternative communication methods, such as ham radios, can also help maintain connectivity if regular communication networks fail. Baba Vanga's predictions have stirred both curiosity and fear. While some of her prophecies remain unverified or open to interpretation, her warning about a devastating solar storm aligns with real scientific concerns. The potential consequences of such an event are so severe that it is essential for governments, businesses, and individuals to take the threat seriously. Whether or not Baba Vanga's prophecy will come true, history and science tell us that a major solar storm is inevitable. It is only a matter of time. Preparedness, investment in resilient infrastructure, and global cooperation will be key to ensuring that civilization can withstand the next great solar storm. Only time will tell if Baba Vanga's vision will become reality. But one thing is certain: the sun remains one of the most powerful and unpredictable forces in our universe. That brings us to the end of our journey into Baba Vanga's solar storm prophecy. While the future remains uncertain, understanding the risks can help us prepare for the unexpected. What do you think? Could a solar storm bring global chaos? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.